thing about black man time and demonize a good man, Edward Seaga, the only prime minister, just like Andrew Holness, who actually loved Jamaica. PJ never left Jamaica because one, he wanted to sell out all the resources and got 4 terms. You get enough time to make Jamaica better. What did you do? Turn it into one hustling, work by criminals, activists. I get contract, I get big money for work. What they didn't do. You escape the Integrity Commission, don't? Bruce implemented, Mark Golding written it, and him written it in such a way that him can't get by it. And so I play out now. But Mark Golding, you don't say you're serious. It's so funny that Seaga was a white man and a burn out white man and say black man time. No, it's a white man around PNP. Yo, this is getting hilarious. Seriously? So it's no black man against white man, or Andrew Holness against Bakra master, slave master. We put chain over big stone neck. People open their eyes though.
But Dayton Campbell spoke about he will never apologize for the innuendos that he spoke about on his campaign in 2023. But now that the current government and the leader of the Jamaican Labour Party goes by the name Honorable Andrew Michael Holness, has now enacted the Cybercrime Act. So let me see if the continuation of the propaganda within the People's National Party is going to continue. Let me see if the defamation, the lies, the character assassinations of members of the People's National Party with the government of Jamaica, let us see if now the Cybercrime Act that is now invoked will be active. There are thousands and thousands of PNP bloggers here on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, speak about ills and lies about the Jamaican government. Even the leader of the opposition goes by the name Bakra Master, spoke lies about the government. Let us see if going forward they are going to be held accountable. There are countless of PNP bloggers online disrespecting the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And yet they come and they talk about freedom of speech. But yet still the innuendos that they speak about and the disrespect that they speak about with the Prime Minister, we haven't seen that nowhere else right across the world. Is it that the Mark Golding opposition party have no form of respect when it comes to governance? Is it that the innuendos that comes from the mouth of the People's National Party, it only has to be something that is degrading? But let me ask again. Is it that the masses that follows the People's National Party, Mark Jefferson Golding, aka Bakra Master, cannot contain the sentiments or the words they speak? Is it that when they speak the way in which they speak, the leader of the opposition have to just sit back, relax, and take a seat and shut him out? Because guess what? The innuendos from the People's National Party, so-called bloggers, are so-called people that works on the internet that doesn't currently have a proper 9 to 5. Is it that the administration in which they operate has no moral. But make we ask again. Have we ever seen the bloggers that blogs for the Jamaican Labour Party disrespect the leader of the opposition or members within his quorum in the way or in the magnitude of how the PNP bloggers operate? But this is a matter and this is a question that needs to be answered. And yet again, let's just see if we're going to constantly see more lawsuit, more defamation of character going forward, both coming from the government side to the opposition side, based on what? Their method of character assassination and also misinformation and disinformation. Let us see if the Gleaner Company, that is an arm of the People's National Party, or the RGR group, which is a part of the People's National Party. Let's see if the government is now going to take more stringent matters in hand with the Cybercrime Act, with misinformation and disinformation. Hence, I, Official Chef, I salute you, and guess what? Goodbye.
I'm going to tell you something. You see, discussing politics is not for the uneducated, not for the uninformed, and not for the faint of heart. Especially if you're discussing it with a PNP supporter. If you are discussing it with a PNP supporters and you are not on your P's and Q's, if all your T's are not crossed and your I's are not dot, they will lead you astray. I am telling you, they will lie, cheat, steal just to turn you into an idiot too. So, today I was speaking with a PNP supporter and he said, boy, you know, say you're Labour, right? And your Prime Minister not up raise up the things them. So I said to him, how is the Prime Minister responsible for the cost of goods? Oftentimes, the hiking prices are dependent on external forces, acts of God that the Prime Minister can't control, like militia, external sources like inflation, things happening on the global stage like war with gas or oil. So I said, how is the Prime Minister responsible for that? Yes, the Prime Minister responsible because things were planted in a ground like yam and so on, were locally grown. I said, so what you're saying is the Prime Minister can control natural disasters then? That would lead to scarcity. And scarcity usually means hiking price. I said, for instance, when we had militia last year, it is or was an expectation that things would go increase because there would be scarcity. And the country, and he started moving now, you know, so he's moving away from that. And he's gone to murders. He went to crime and violence. And I sat patiently and I let him speak. And then I simply said to him, Jamaica was just voted most peaceful country, or it was just elected or selected as most peaceful country. Where? I said, not through to your feelings. It's not your feelings that count here. It's the external and international bodies that made that selection. I said, better yet, we know that things are getting better in Jamaica. Better where? I said, because, and people, this is where history comes in. I said, because in 2003, under a PNP government, Jamaica was known as the murder capital of the world. Today, Jamaica is seen as the most peaceful country. I said progress. I said crime, violent crime, murders down by more than 40%. Progress. I say you can argue with your feelings, but you can't argue with numbers and facts. He got up and walked away. That's how you beat a PNP supporter. You contrast and you compare what happened under PNP government to what is happening now, because they are undisputed facts. They can argue until they are blue in the face, but no matter what they do, they cannot change facts and numbers. I said, we know progress has been made because in 2003, under a PNP-led government, Jamaica was known as the murder capital of the world. Today, Jamaica is known as one of the most peaceful countries in the world. They don't like to hear that. When they hear that, they ask, where? Which Jamaica? The unpatriotic PNP supporters. The unpatriotic, noisy, empty barrels. They're asking where? It's not us that said it. It's not the Labour Party that said it. It's people on the international level that says it. He walked away. Not another word. Know your history. People, you can't let people beat you with their nonsense. You can't let people drag you to their level and beat you with the level that they're at. You must always try to elevate. I didn't burst a single sweat. I did not get loud or boisterous. I just sat patiently and wait. You see, because when he started talking, I already knew what I was going to answer. And I just let him talk, and I just simply said, we do know that progress has been made, though. And of course, with PNP supporters, everything bad is happening in Jamaica. Nothing good is happening. Nothing at all. But the one thing they can't argue with, numbers and facts. Where? 2003, murder capital. 2026, most peaceful country. Argue with your mamas.
Uno, go and protest. Half of uno, cause no care go, you still have PNP, you have sense. Uno go and protest. For Andrew Wallace must go. When Andrew Wallace will go, where more go? Which part Andrew Wallace must go? Alright, yes, so matter and build a country. Right, yes, so matter. In Billy from scratch, we want to mash up and left. And he must start it and he must finish it before he left. He must finish in project them while he plan to do in a Jamaica. Plan to do in a Jamaica. He must plan to transform Jamaica out of poverty and part in a richness. And he must do it. He must transform Jamaica and he not tap until he do it and then left. So we want to talk about left go away. He now left till him plan up. My plan for them. See? I want to protest about the man like a pedophile, raper, and all type of thing. I want to try licking at the people in head. But I could stay so PNP. The people will come back on land and leave and go. Right? How can a man of out of his sense fear try get the country out of crime and violence and they'll bring in other people who are crime and violence to come to Jamaica? But that make no sense. But not try to tell the people themselves. You can't go, sir. But you hear that, brother? I want to go out on a protest. The people them don't land here and then leave on the next flight because the flight them on the other side. Maybe through the war go on and thing. Them can go around so them not take them from here so if you bring them back to them place where them come from. I want to take people for that. I want to go on a place and make the people them and tell the people them say a place and Joel say bill for put Dr. Chan a bill for put pedophile and raper and all murderer. Uno PMP. Uno PMP, uno not stop, man. Uno not stop. Uno not stop. Uno lose election already, uno still a fight. Uno lose election, uno still a fight. Uno go and get one more kick out of a big boot. One more kick out of the clocks.